Hi, welcome back to Peaceful Mind Dreams and Meditation channel. This is the second voice of our channel. You've been hearing my wife's voice on most of our recent videos. But there's something I'd like to share with you today. I believe is the right time to share with you. I'm going to get straight into it. I just want to share an experience that happened to me this January, early this year. I believe it was most definitely the Lord. It was 100% the Lord that gave me this experience, and I believe that it's very prominent to my life at the moment and what's happening around the world also. You've heard from my wife that shared a lot of her experiences, and we've both been experiencing a lot this year spiritually, and we believe that the Lord's really sort of revealing a lot to us and showing us things that we haven't seen before. I was brought up in church, but I could say the last sort of 2 years I've really sort of sensed God speaking to me in a different way that I've not experienced before, and partly that's because I've really opened my heart to Him. And so basically what happened was, on the 3rd of January 2022, so this year, I was woken up out of my sleep. I was in bed, and a sensation came down the right side of my body, and it was the most tangible sensation I've ever felt, but I knew it was something miraculous, something supernatural. It was almost, the way I can explain it was like it was almost like, I don't like to use the word magical, but if you have ever watched any of those sort of like Cinderella or something like that, where the fairy godmother turns the pumpkin into a cart, it was almost like a sensation of something so miraculous down the side of my body. It just sort of tingled from my head right down to my feet, and it woke me out of my sleep. I looked at my phone, and it was 3:33 on the 3rd of January 2022. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. So God's word, I knew it was God, because I just knew there's just sometimes in your spirit you just know when something is God, and when something is just just your thoughts or your mind. And so I was woken up, and I looked at my phone, and like I say, it was 3:33. Immediately I just felt in my spirit to read the book of Jeremiah 33 3, so chapter 33, verse 3, and it says, call to me and I will answer you. I will tell you wonderful and marvelous things that you know nothing about. And immediately I sort of just, it took me, to be honest, actually it took me a little bit of time to fully understand exactly what I was being told, but sort of over the few days afterwards, I would say, I sort of really got a revelation of what was being what happened that night. And what I felt was that God really wanted to start to reveal certain things to me that are happening in the world, and to show me what He is doing in this precise moment, in this very year, and in just the time that we're in around the world, with what's been happening, and the things that are happening in the world that are being covered up, or the manipulation that's been happening as well, that's been covered up. And also, I believe that God was also saying to me that some of the things that I've planned personally, and we've planned as a family together, that God was just reminding me that He's still working in the midst of those things, and He's working behind the scenes on those things. And sometimes, you do get a bit disheartened, because you're thinking, when certain things are going to happen. But I believe that it's a reminder to myself and to my family that God is still working. But since that night, I've been seeing threes so often. Like, it's just been something that's been reoccurring, sometimes on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And a few of the things that have happened is, when I've been watching certain programs on YouTube or whatever, and then we'll stop and we'll have a discussion, and I'll pause the program, or the video, at 3 minutes and 33, and this has not happened on one occasion or two occasions. We're talking multiple occasions. And some of the videos have been very specific to things that we've planned, maybe cryptocurrencies that we've invested in, and things that we've been watching that are happening in the world that God, I believe, is revealing that He is in the midst of those things. One of the key things that that really stood out to me, which was recently, and those that are in the United States, you may know of the Georgia Guidestones. People in the UK probably wouldn't know much about it, but the Georgia Guidestones were constructed in 1980, and basically they have there's 4 stones, 4 huge granite blocks that have some writing on them, or had some writing on them, that's talked about certain things about keeping humanity under 500 million, and different things that just seemed very sort of slightly dystopian, a little bit controlling from a darker power or some type of elite group of people. And those stones came down, I think it was sort of the first week in July this year, and supposedly people are saying that they were there was an explosion, or somebody had set a bomb. The guide stones came down. On the video you'll see, if you I'll leave a link to the video, you'll see that the stone actually came down at 3 minutes, or I should say 3 minutes and 33 on the video, and you'll see that it actually came down at that point. I was watching a video on the Georgia Guidestones, and just sort of finding out, a little bit about it, just doing a little bit of research. And whilst watching that video, I paused the video, and believe it or not, I paused it at 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Like I say, this has happened multiple times on a few different videos that are very specific videos. They're not just random sort of, random entertainment videos or films or anything like that. They're specific videos that I believe are ministering to me, or God is showing me something. And what I believe by seeing these threes is that God is basically telling me that I am in the midst of these things, and I am pulling down certain things that man has constructed. And I am basically saying to everybody, I'm saying I am God, and I am in control of this world and of this system and of this earth that I created. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, just as a word of encouragement, and again, what God, I believe, is sharing with me in this season is that we have to have an ear to hear what God is actually saying and what He is trying to communicate to us. And I believe the book of Matthew, chapter 11:15. Let me just go there because I did write that down. Matthew. Bear with me 1 second. Let me just go to the King James Version. So it says, Matthew 11, verse 15. It says, "He that have ears to hear, let him hear." So we need to just be tuned into what the Spirit of the Lord is saying, and He's going to show us things. He's going to reveal certain things to us that that He's doing. I know I've not got it all together. I don't understand everything about God because He is a mystery, but one thing I can say is that He is trying to communicate to His people at the moment, and we just need to just give ourselves to Him, communicate to the Lord, and He will show us things. But I want to share that because if there's anybody else out there that is seeing these numbers, potentially God is trying to speak to you. Potentially God is trying to show you and direct your path. So I hope that encourages somebody. I'm not the best at these videos, so if my communication isn't so clear, I apologize, but I hope that's blessed somebody and encouraged somebody today. Take care. Bye bye.